All right, some bad news for Americans who filed federal income tax returns early. They're actually going to have to wait possibly another week or so longer than expected to get those refunds. Now, the IRS has attributed the delays to new safeguards installed in its computers to prevent refund fraud. Now, that's a good enough reason, but even a one-week delay can actually create some serious economic hardships for the taxpayers who rely on those refunds to pay their bills. Now, personal finance specialist Skip Cowan joins us with ideas to secure a more rapid refund. Good morning, Skip.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing very well, but I know that you just told me that you don't even believe in the tax refund?
No, I don't.
Why?
Well, because think about this, all right? When you get a tax refund, you're getting your own money back. And
Yes.
it's money that you've lent to the United States government.
Yes.
Interest-free. I don't know about you, but I don't like loaning money interest-free to anyone.
No, I don't, actually.
So, if you've done your tax planning correctly, you should get very little back, or you should owe them very little.
Really?
And it's a matter of making an adjustment to the deductions that are made from your paycheck every other week.
So it's something that we need to look at as we go into the new year, as opposed to after the fact.
Absolutely. Well, after the fact, you can do nothing about it.
Okay.
Now, I know people get excited about their refunds. When I get one, I'm excited too, to a point.
Absolutely.
But if you think about it, the interest-free loan, I don't think that makes any sense.
No, actually, that's a very good point you make. But now, at this point, a lot of us are looking for those tax refunds. Now, we'll go into the new year with a new mindset, thanks to you.
Sure.
But in the meantime, what would be the best and most convenient way for us to basically receive the quick refund? Because, like I said, it's on a delay right now.
Well, clearly, the best way is direct deposit.
Okay.
And for those of us who e-file, and I think, gosh, it's in the 70 percentiles now of people who e-file. It's very convenient. It's safer than mailing it through the mail. The IRS has really good protection systems on that.
Okay.
And you get your refund generally 7 to 10 days.
Okay. Well, you know, some people still do things the old-fashioned way, and they wait for the check to be mailed, and then they like to do things a little differently. But you say this may not be a bad idea.
From the standpoint of safety and someone making a mistake, all right? So keep this in mind. If you're e-filing and you're doing a direct deposit, and the IRS makes a mistake, or lo and behold, you made a mistake on your return. You put the wrong account number, whatever. Getting that money back is very problematical.
It is.
However, if you have a check, and you lose the check, or the check gets burned up, or whatever, not a problem.
Good point. Good point.
So,
well, you also said maybe you could do a prepaid debit card, right? I mean, how does that work?
Well, prepaid debit cards, I think, are only for people who perhaps don't have a checking account.
Okay.
Because there are some fees associated with this that can eat up your refund. Keep this in mind. Walmart will cash a check for $3.
They will?
They will.
Okay.
So get the paper check, and if you don't have a checking account, take it to Walmart for $3, you get your refund.
Okay.
The debit card fees are going to amount to a heck of a lot more than that.
Good point. I didn't even think of that.
So you need to be very careful with
So you're actually, so whatever money you're getting back, actually deduct a little bit of that for the fees that are going to be charged.
Absolutely.
Good point. Well, you also said that we can apply our refund toward maybe a retirement plan. I mean, that actually seems like a great idea because many Americans don't even have those retirement benefits to begin with.
You're right. It's a great place to start, especially for young folks.
Okay.
So you're getting maybe a couple $1,000 refund. Now, I know you want to go out and spend that.
Yeah.
You know, let's go to dinner. You know, let's go to the theater. Gosh, yeah. I mean, you have a great time. But resist the temptation. Maybe take half of it in form of a check or a direct deposit, but take the other half and put it into an option the IRS now gives you, and that is United States savings bonds.
Oh, okay.
They're called I-bonds.
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 Okay.
And they pay a reasonable interest rate, and the beauty of it is that you got the compound interest working for you, which you remember that Einstein said was the 8th wonder of the world, and it is. And when you look at it, man, it's a great place to start a retirement situation.
Absolutely. No, that's a great idea. And you mean the IRS will actually keep your refund and apply it to future tax liability. That's an option too, right?
You can do that too. And for those of us who pay on a quarterly basis, I think that's a pretty good option.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're writing a check 4 times a year and, you know, it gets tedious. It's a pain.
Well, you know, as I said in the beginning of the segment, you know, a lot of times we're really anticipating that refund. And so we're tempted by refund anticipation, you can call it, really, for that loan. Basically, you know, to get everything in our head, we're thinking, well, okay, I won't pay this bill, this bill, or this bill because I'm getting my refund, so that'll cover it. But now we're waiting, and you say, no, 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 don't even think like that, right?
Oh my gosh, nunca, nunca, nunca.
Nunca, nunca, nunca.
Never, because, well, good news is that next year those loans are outlawed.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
The bad news is if you're working with a tax preparer that still has that option available, they're going to offer it to you. They're going to say, look, Nikki, you don't have to wait for this refund. I can give it to you right now.
I would be like,
I will write you a check right now.
Okay.
Right? But what they don't tell you is the interest rate's 150%.
Oh.
It is a horrible deal. Never take that option. Next year you won't have the option, thank the Lord.
Wow. Okay, I'm really glad you just said that because I wouldn't have even known that.
No. Well, most people don't. They think, well, big deal. 150%. Really?
Well, let me ask you this real quickly. We were talking about kind of how we want to spend those refunds once we get them back. Do you recommend, let's say you have 2 or 3 credit cards and you want to start paying them off, would you recommend splitting it up or paying one in full and then just, you know, doing minimum payments on the others? What's the best way, do you think, financially to get yourself out of that kind of a situation? Not that I'm in it.
No, I understand that. and no one else is either. Right?
Sure.
Just theoretically.
Theoretically.
I would pay the most on the card that has the most interest.
Okay.
Every time.
Great advice.
And I'm not so sure that I would even look at the other cards. If I've got a big interest card, man, I'm going to go after that hard.
Okay, good
because I want that to go away.
All right, I'll take that advice if I was in that situation.
If you were in that situation.
And where can people go for more information, Skip?
Well, I think irs.gov is where you want to go.
Okay.
Take a look at the various options that the IRS will provide for you.
Okay.
And remember that IBAN thing, really a good idea.
IBAN, great. Thank you. Always such great advice.
My pleasure,
Thank you so much. And coming up next on New Mexico Style, we'll meet some wild kids who have some wild ideas to get them noticed by New Mexico lawmakers. Don't go away.
So what happens if we have a Senate